Hey, Team Sweet Smells of Success. So, I am super pumped. I am pulling myself out of this funk that I've been in from not feeling well and, things happening. Leadership was incredible. I met so many people, so many amazing consultants, and of course, the executives of Scentsy, which is incredible. And it really was a game changer for me. On top of the fact that I got to cruise to Cozumel. Hello. And so I have a ton of stuff I'm preparing to share with you all to help with your businesses. And I want you to kind of be aware that I'm going to be reaching out to all of you guys. Sorry, I'm driving because I just can't wait to tell you that stuff. So I want you to be prepared to hear from me because I really want to schedule some one-on-ones with all of you guys and just kind of see where you are, so that no matter where you are in your mind and in your business, you have this support from me regardless, whether you're kind of playing with it playing around with it, if you're doing it as a hobby, or, if you're ready to get serious. Like, I want you to know what level you are in. I'm here for you. So, that being said, I just wanted to share my excitement with you guys. Okay, so we've got Bring Back My Bar this month, this January 2016. And, I didn't have a Bring Back My Bar party. I thought about having one at my house, but we just have a lot of stuff scheduled. So here's the thing. If you are serious about your business and really want to grow it, then you got to make time for it, no matter how crazy your schedule is. So what I did was I just scheduled some sip and sniffs, one at Starbucks and one at a wine place tonight. And just FYI, I didn't call ahead, so I'm just assuming there's going to be space. And I just have my bars, and I have all kinds of stuff. I've got samples, and I have a lot of stuff. And I have, some catalogs and some showcase brochures, and I have some join brochures and some party brochures. I have all that stuff with me, okay? So, actually, none of my customers showed up to Starbucks today. Not a one. But I made contact with, about 6 people. And, those people came up to me, which is really nice. I didn't have to approach them. So if you're really shy, this is a great way to do it. Going out in public and having your stuff. I had my bar set out on the table so people can see it. And if they kind of, looking a little bit, I'd say, hey, feel free to smell. I didn't to them. I'm just like, yeah, feel free to smell. It's Scentsy. And then if they're interested, then I would strike up a conversation with them. So I got some contact information for every sample I passed out. It's very important, so you can do your follow-ups. And I had some people interested in ordering. Now, real quick side note, I did have one lady come up to me, and she had just restocked all of her wax over the holidays, so she doesn't need any wax. And she says, but my consultant, I think it's going to be moving, so it'll be good for me to have your information. And I said, well, I love getting new business. I really love it. And I'll never turn down new business. But your consultant can probably still serve you even when she moves. So just check in with her beforehand, because I personally will send some scent testers and things like that out to my customers if I'm not local to them, so they can still smell it before they order. So just I just wanted to mention that because I don't want to be a customer thief. Now, if, a consultant is not taking care of her customers and then they come to me, that's fine. But like I just had, I mean, it was almost like heartbreaking because one of my new really loyal customers lives in my neighborhood, and she had told me about having a consultant where she lived, and she loved her, but you know, she had moved, so she didn't want to, you know, she needed somebody local. And I had the conversation with her too, like, well, you know, I'd love to have your business, but you know, you can still order from your consultant. And she said no. Well, turns out I met her old consultant on leadership cruise, and I absolutely adore her. So then, like, I didn't know until our customer made a comment on one of the pictures I posted, and I felt so bad because, you know, I was like, dang it, because I really love her to death. Like, really seriously, going on these leadership cruises and things, like, you really get to know your Scentsy family, and it's like a bond that you have never had in your life. So anyway, I just wanted to say that. Now, this girl did say, well, I've never really talked to her. I order through a friend of mine who orders, and I think she's getting out of Scentsy. And I said, well, if that's the case and she does get out of Scentsy, I'm more than happy to take care of you. But we also have Velata. Does your Scentsy consultant do Velata? Okay, so that was great for me because I do both brands. Now, the meat and potatoes that I'm trying to get to 6 minutes into this conversation, so I hope that you're still with me. I was ready to pack up and go home at my go home time, and I had just a few samples left with me. I had some Velata samples and I had some Scentsy samples. And when I walked out of Starbucks, there were 2 sets of 2 women seated together. So 2 women over here, 2 women over here. And I was like, man, I really need to give these samples out. And then my brain was like, no, don't bother them. They're having coffee and a conversation. You know, just leave them alone. You don't want to give them a sample. Well, it's my year. 2016 is my year. It's my year to conquer my fears and dare to be Scentsy and dare to be Velata. And so I gave them samples. I interrupted their conversation. Now, the first table I stopped at, she said, do you sell bulbs? I said, yeah, I sell bulbs. Sure do. So I had a conversation with her because she doesn't know what size bulb she needs, and I let her know that the size is on the bottom of the warmer, but she can send me a picture and I'll be happy to give her some bulbs. And she also needs some more wax. So hello, score. Now, the second table of 2 gals I went to, the one lady was really excited to get the sample, and of course they're just the felt samples that I handed out. And so she's asking me a little bit about it. Never heard of Scentsy before. I love it when they've never heard of Scentsy before. And she loves oils and diffusers. So I just happened to mention that before I knew that she loves oils and diffusers. She said, I'm sold. I'm going to do a party. I need like 3 diffusers in my house. She said, I just bought a bunch on Groupon, but they're, you know, I got them for like $26 and blah, blah, blah. I said, well, you know, our diffusers are a little pricey, but it's because of the quality, lifetime warranty, you know, 12 different colors, 16 light settings, 3 missing options. She said, girl, what? Yes, I did. So she was going to have a diffuser party, but she is also a hairstylist and was talking about getting it in her salon. And I said, you know, well, you might just need to join my revolution, join my team, and make a little money off of this. I said, do you like to travel? She said, yes, I love to travel. She said, I said 2016 is going to be my year to travel. I said, well, I just got back from Cozumel, and you can travel at least 2 times a year if you earn it, and not to mention going to our reunion, which is our convention. And she said, I'm joining your team. So all this to say, face your fears. Whether you're doing this as a hobby or as a full-time job, don't be afraid to interrupt somebody's conversation and introduce them to Scentsy, because you never know when it's going to change somebody's life. And I am not exaggerating when I say that Scentsy has changed my life. So I'm excited to share it. It's an amazing product. It's an amazing company. And so the thing is, with this gal that is probably going to join our team, her daughter has cerebral palsy, and so she has to have oils in her house to help with her daughter's bronchitis and things like that. Now, I did tell her that Scentsy is fragrance only. You know, she can use any oils she wants in our diffusers, and our oils aren't meant for your skin. But she just loved I didn't have to show her the video of the diffusers. All I did was tell her about them, and she was already sold because she needs it for her daughter. So, and the diffusers that she has to get up in the middle of the night to turn them back on because they only go for 4 hours. So when I say, or when you hear from other people that you never know when Scentsy can change somebody's life, we really mean that Scentsy can change somebody's life. Don't take that away from other people. Don't judge them. Don't make the decision for them. Offer it. If they don't want it, no big deal. And if they do, then great. You have some business, you might have some recruits, and it really might change somebody's life, including your own.